Good morning. Happy Saturday. Welcome to Bailey's and Tea Saturday with me, Shanna, your host. Let me just get rid of that off the screen. From carrottopscreativeco. I'm joining you today in your studio, maybe, from Edmonton, Alberta, where the weather is dreary, dark, and looks like it's going to pour rain at any moment. So I'll just get you up on the screen. As you hop on, say hello. There we go. Looks like we're working fine. I'm just quickly, as you jump on, I'm just looking to see if I heard a rumor. Somebody might know, if you know and you can hear me and you're on, that the basics folders out of the online exclusives have gone away. So I'm just quickly searching the inventory to see, because I did use them on the card we're going to create today. And if you can't get them, this is terrible because they're so cool. You may already have them. They are a set of 3 different designs, and they are fabulous and a great addition to your craft stash. I'm not seeing them, you guys. Uh-oh. So, I do believe that they are gone. Oh, dear. Well, I'm going to use it anyways, but you can substitute in anything you have in your stash to use. Good morning, Holly. Yeah, that's terrible. Well, it could mean that they are coming back eventually. With online exclusives, we never know. So you just sort of have to always watch that area in the shop. But it also could mean that maybe we're getting something different in our next release of online exclusives. So, you know, there's always a good and bad to everything, right? But if you manage to pick these 3 up and you have them in your stash, we are going to use the one today that kind of has the cross check sort of design on it. And yeah, if not, you find something that's similar. All right. So what do I have to tell you today? Not too much. There's not too much going on. There's Paper Pumpkin deadline coming up for the, I think it's called You're the Best. It's kind of like a Father's Day masculine sort of kit. Coming up May the 10th is the deadline on that. New catalog comes out May 1st for all of you people that are not demonstrators. Get to shop from it. So if you remember, it looks like this. It's so beautiful. Good morning, Glenda. I thought you were off. Oh no, you jet set off tomorrow to Mexico. So that will be available for you to shop from May the 1st. And I have my wish list ready. I'm not sure about you. I'm sure you do. So many goodies in there. And then we'll create with those as we go through. But today, we are going to use one that is carrying over. Thank goodness, because I forgot I bought it. Textured floral with the dies that go with it. It's gorgeous. And because it's so dark and dreary here this week, and probably till Tuesday when we finally do get rain, but it's just going to look like it's going to rain until then. I'm craving some flowers. I did get my little bouquet. I don't know if you saw, I get a bouquet monthly. Isn't it beautiful? From a local little company here. And that sits in my studio on my desk to kind of inspire me with coloring and stuff like that. And I'm craving flowers. So I went digging for some flower sets and dug out that textured floral because I have not inked it yet. But let me tell you, I have now. So let's flip you around and get you set. Sorry, my arm thing here is kind of off center. And we'll get started. So cheers to Saturday morning. And look away if you get dizzy. And we'll get started on the card. I want to flip for me today. There we go. I cleaned up my desk so it's not so dirty. There we go. Get everything straight. Get my stool out of the way because I like to stand when I do the live so that I can see. If my computer doesn't cooperate with me, I can see on the screen of my phone what's going on. 3 a.m. tomorrow morning, Glenda. Oh my gosh. That is terrible. All right. Ooh, I got 4 eyeballs on me and two talking to me. So who else is out there? Say hello. I like to know that you're there. All right. So textured floral, like I say, is a beautiful floral sort of I guess it would kind of be distinctive because it doesn't have a lot of lines. It's very like flat shaded. I'm not sure how to describe it, but when you see it stamped, you'll know what I mean. And it's got some accents that you can add into the flowers, little centers, and it's got a great couple leaves and some nice sentiments, and then it's got some great floral dies that go with it. Now, if you were a fan of, oh, I'm trying to think of the set. Oh, it's not coming to me. It'll come to me as I talk. But it was one, Glenda will know for sure, that leaf one that we had. Oh, I can't even think of it. It's got some great greenery sort of dyes in here as well that complement the florals, which is wonderful. And then most of, well, I would say all have, yeah, I would say all of the florals and the leaves and all these little extra things, flowers that you can build, and the centers have dies that cut them out. So this is a really good set that you're not going to have to do a lot of fussy cutting with, which is always good, right? And then what else I'm bringing in today is my Stylish Shapes dies, which are carrying over. We're going to use one of the circle dies in a technique that I'm going to show you. And then this one, I'm so sad this one's leaving. I love this one. It is so Forever Fern. That's it, Glenda. Thank you. I'm so sad that this one's leaving. I love this one. So it's not leaving my studio, but it may leave yours. We're going to use that one today because it's wonderful for the big fonts and then the lovely scripty. So we're going to use that. And then I think I've shown you this new pattern paper pack, but I can't remember. So I dug it out again just in case I hadn't. This is the new patterns of our new in color regular like color families, the subtles, the neutrals, and all that. This is our new patterned pack of paper. So it's got some great sort of circles and stripes and some patterns and leaves and stuff like that. We're going to use one of the striped ones today in the Pretty in Pink. We're using Pretty in Pink today. And so this is the patterns that you get in the pack. And of course you get all the colors of all the families. So I just dug out the actual pattern. So you've got all the colors here, and you can get them in all of our color families. So these are great little packs to have for layering and doing quick projects with the 6x6. So today we are going to make this card here. Isn't it cute? That was your guess too, Holly? Good guess. Sometimes names just escape my brain. I don't know. It's too early in the morning, I guess. So we're going to make this, and I'm going to show you the little technique, obviously, that we did to get the circle and all the goodies. So for our project, we've got, of course, our envelope. We've got our regular standard card base in thick basic white, 8.5 by 5.5, scored in the middle. And then I've got a piece of that designer series paper. So that's the back side, has got the floral on it in Pretty in Pink. Now, if you wanted to save and conserve paper, if you're one of those type of people that, you know, wants to hoard it, you can do just strips to go on the opposite side of the crumb cake and not use as much. I'm just going to do a full sheet because I need to stop hoarding paper. I will admit I need to go to Hoarding Papers Anonymous. And so I'm going to use that full sheet. So that's going to be 4.25 by 5.5. And we're going to make sure that that covers the whole card front. Then we've got a piece of crumb cake that is 3 by 5.5, which I have used that embossing folder on out of those basic folders. So that's kind of the crossy hatchy sort of looking one. And then you get a big dotted one in here, and it makes like very imprinted dots on it. It's really fun. And then this one's kind of got like a star, I say a little starfish pattern on it. But as I said, you cannot get those right now. Hopefully they'll come back, but right now they're not available on the site as far as I can find. But if you go looking, you will hopefully find them. If not, we'll wish that they come back. All right, so I'm going to do something a little bit different. I did not emboss on the original card, but I am going to emboss on this one because I thought once I did it, it looked like it needed a little more oomph. And then we've got a basic white piece that is 3 3/4 by 4 3/4. They have retired. Oh, shucks. Hey, shucks. I hope you got them. because they're beautiful. But like I said in the beginning, hopefully we have something fun and new coming in the next online exclusive release. And then I've just stamped a pre-stamp so that you don't have to watch me stamp and fussy cut or stamp and die cut. I've done my flowers that I'm going to layer here. So let's get our designer series paper onto our card front. So how's everybody's Saturday morning going so far? You just relaxing? Did you just wake up? I know my BC folks, you're a little bit an hour behind me, so you may have just gotten out of bed. I was up at 7 with the dog crying because he's a big baby. That was the birthday boy from last week. I was going to say he's right here beside me, but he actually took off. My seal seems to want to tear up my paper this morning. Normally Cam leaves for work at like 5:30 or just before 6, so he'll let the dogs into the room to sleep in the big bed with me so that they of course don't cry and wake me up too early. But I'm kind of on a like about a 7:30ish wake up time, so he started crying at 7:30. I'm just going to trim the bottom of my card here because I did not score it properly. All right. There we go. So we've got our embossed layer on that as a start. You're just finishing up your coffee and heading into work. Not a long commute though. That's good. You can enjoy your coffee a little longer. You were up at 5, Holly? Oh my goodness, woman. That's nuts, especially on a weekend. You must have some hot plans this afternoon. Or you've got a nap in your future. Okay, let me get the glue off my hands. All right, so to do this technique, we are going to grab our Pretty in Pink, and we're going to grab the birthday sentiment out of Biggest Wish. And I probably should put some paper underneath me here, so let's just do that real quick. You're just an early riser. Well, good on you. Me, not so much. I never was. I'm a night owl for sure. I think you probably all know that about me. Oh, you're out there, Rhonda, but you can't make comments? I'm sorry. I don't know what's going on. Have you tried a refresh? Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. Don't quote me that that'll work. So we're just going to kind of, I'm just eyeballing. If you can't eyeball very well, you may want to put your circle down first, but I can eyeball pretty good. So I'm just going to take that birthday off and then get the happy that we're going to stamp in memento. Now I saw this, I didn't write down where I saw this. I apologize. I will have to go search it again, although I probably won't ever find it again. It was the design. She had done a totally different stamp set. The person that I found this design from, but I thought, oh, that's really cool. Like, I need to do that. So, and it's going to show you sort of how to use your dies, not just for cutting. Now you're intrigued as to what I'm talking about, right? So we're going to grab our stylish shapes. I can't remember which one I used, but I grabbed the circles. I think it was the largest. Yeah. So I grabbed my stylish shape circle dies, and I'm just going to use that as a template. So can't see what I'm doing. Hang on, I gotta see. Can I raise it a bit? Oh, sorry. What is going on here? Why am I so... Sorry, Glenda. Thank you for pointing that out. I'm not watching the other screen. I'm watching what I'm doing beside me here. Let's just do a little shuffle about here. I don't know why my screen just keeps shrinking. There we go. Can we see us now? Oh, I know what's going on. Hang on. Let me do an adjustment. My camera is like dipping here as I go. Let me tighten it up. Give me 2 seconds. All right. There we go. That better? Well, it still seems to be moving. Apparently my camera is very heavy today. Okay, now we're in screen, right? All right. Oh my goodness, hey? Okay, so we'll backtrack a little bit. Pretty in Pink, I stamped the birthday sentiment from the Biggest Wish, and then I brought in the happy in the bold from the Biggest Wish as well and stamped that in Memento. Now I've grabbed my Stylish Shapes dies and I've grabbed the largest circle and I'm going to use that as a template. So I'm going to just put that over the middle where I like it, and I'm going to use the inner layer of the circle, not the outer layer. But if you wanted a bigger circle, go ahead and use the outer layer. And because our Stampin' Write markers, the ends now are so thick and bold, if you have the old one, it's fine if you got that fine tip, but I'm just going to use a regular black pen. I'm going to hold this down and I'm going to trace the inner layer of my circle. So I'm using my die as a template. See if I can do this. Oops, I moved it. Oh no. There we go. If you're not so sturdy like me and think you'll move it, you maybe want to use some washi tape and tape that down. So we just use that as a circle and we just drew around that sentiment layer that we've stamped already on our base. So isn't that cool? Isn't that a fun way to use your dies for something different? All right, so we've got this. So here's our original, and we've just recreated what we've done there. So now we're going to bring in our Mossy Meadow and our leaf from one of our leaves. I'll bring back the stamp set here. We've got a bigger leaf and then the smaller one. We're going to use that and stamp some leaves on the side here. And I'm going to stamp off because I want them sort of lighter. And I'm just going to use that sort of as a guide. We're kind of creating like a little wreath almost. Okay, so we've got our leaves stamped on the side and we've stamped them off. And then we're just sort of going to build our little wreath side from that. So we're going to use 2 of the leaves that I've just stamped off and die cut ahead of time. Oops, I'm going to grab my mini dimensionals here. Isn't that a great technique, Gonda? Yeah. And Holly? Yeah, I like it, eh? It's fun. Something different. If you kind of like doodle art, it's sort of similar to that because we're going to add in some little dots with our marker in a minute here once we get a little guideline of what we're doing. And so, yeah, it kind of looks like doodle art. So I'm just going to leave actually I'm going to put my flowers on and then add my dots. All right, so I've just stamped out 3 of the very small flower here. This one here, it looks like sort of like a little daisy. And we're going to add those in. All right, I hear here in Edmonton, all the garden centers are getting their flowers and stuff. So that's what kind of inspired me to do a floral card because I have all my fake stuff out. Yes, I have fake plants because you know what? We only get summer for like 2 months of the year. So nothing really lasts and look pretty. I raked the yard last weekend because it was actually nice out. I'm just tying a bow with my linen thread. But I need some color. I need to get my front porch decorated. Did anyone have their Christmas stuff still out? Well, I do sort of wintry. Once Christmas is over, I take away the Christmassy type stuff and then I put sort of like winter decor out. But my winter decor was out until probably like 10 days ago. So I'm like, I need to get on this and get this changed over. We need to manifest spring, I think, is what I was thinking. So I'll grab a glue dot and I'm just going to roll it in my fingers into a little ball and tuck it behind my linen thread. I think I've showed you this trick before because the glue dots are a little bit big, obviously. Okay, so we've got that down. Whoops. No, we don't. Stick. I'll hold it there for a second. My finger will warm up that glue dot and make it stick. There we go. Okay, so let's come in with our marker. So this is just our regular basic black Stampin' Write marker, and we're going to do some dots. I'm going to just kind of copy what I've done on my original here. And so if you hold it down a little longer, it'll make a bigger dot. If you kind of just tap it real quick, it'll make a little dot. Okay, so we'll just go in and make some dots. Because I didn't use any bling on this card. I just let these act as my bling. And it's kind of fun. You can just go dot, 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 dot. Everywhere, just like that. I'll hold it up here for you to see. Isn't that cute? And you could do it in a different color. You could introduce another color, obviously, into this palette, or you could just leave it as is. So we're going to bring our base back here. I can hear my dog barking. Hopefully you can't. So we're just going to layer that on there like that. Nice and simple, and a super cute birthday card. My dogs are going nuts. Another good idea. Ooh, I'm glad you love it, Holly. Thanks, Brenda. I like it too. It's pretty cute. Quick and easy. Great way to use up your designer paper if you've got a lot of it that you're hoarding, if you're like me. Simple, easy. You could add bling more if you wanted, but you don't have to. And then for the inside, I just added some flowers, and then I just did the envelope the same. So we'll quickly do that so we finish it off. And then for last week's card, so that was our cute little happy birthday one. Holly, you're the winner on that one. So I'll get that in the mail to you. Congratulations. Let me see what I did so that I kind of repeat it. Sorta. Oops, I need to move the ink on my pad. I'm getting some weird stamping bubble things going on. So if your stamp kind of stamps weird like that, like it kind of has some blotchiness, your ink, it's too inked on the top of your pad, and you're just going to want to use a flat surface and rub that down into the pad, and then you'll get a better stamped image. These pads are brand new, obviously, because they're part of the new color family, and so usually they're quite inked when you get them. I need to fix the bottom of this one here. Close enough. Made it a little darker. All right, so that's our little cute card. Let me get all the junk out of the way here. So that's the one we created today. And then I've got some extras, of course. So another die set I want to draw your attention to is, what's it called? Gorgeous Garden Dies. Is that not beautiful in the background? I love it. So I've just put it on some lemon lolly, like I say, trying to bring some color into the world out here in Edmonton. And there's the lovely sprig. It kind of looks like eucalyptus. And I love it. It would look beautiful in mint macaron if you still have some of that. It would definitely look like a piece of eucalyptus. And then just brought in some petunia pop, some daffodil delight, and calypso coral as a mix. And then just some sentiment dies there. This one is fun as well. This was inspired by the Creative Teacup, which is Yvonne Spikeman's, I think is how you say it. Using some more. So this is last year's paper pack of the one that I showed you today with the in colors. This one here. This one's from the neutrals. So it's in the basic gray, and it's the patterns from last year, but just using some petunia pop. This is the new Summer Splash, and that's the Shy Shamrock, and then the Pretty in Pink in the background, and then some of our new in color shimmer dots or gems. I'm not sure if they're dots or gems, I can't remember. And then just some quick linen thread and white. Isn't that cute? I'm creating samples also for the Creative Carnival that I'm doing here. So if you're local to Edmonton, I'm doing a creative carnival with a bunch of local demonstrators on June the 2nd. If you want some details, I will be posting those shortly so that you know what is going on. It's going to be lots of fun, and we'll have displays for all of the in catalog new stuff coming, and some in color products. So I'm creating cards for the in color stuff as well, and then my suite. So this one is out of the catalog. So I always start with the catalog inspiration, and then I move into creating my own. And this one used the matte embossing paste, but I only have the shimmer right now. So I did it with the shimmer, and it still looks pretty. And that's just using one of the die cuts from the die set here. So this lovely little branch here, I just got a piece of paper, die cut 3 of them down the center of it, and then I just used that as my template, and then just stamped a couple things. This paper I think is retired as well. It's that distressed gold stuff, and then blooming pearls. Isn't that pretty? And then this one, the flowers are embossed. So I've used a few of the different flowers from the stamp set. So I've used this one, and then the big one, obviously. And then I've die cut the leaves in different patterns. This is the wild wheat, so this won't be a favorite of Holly's. I know she does not like wild wheat color. And just some basic black. And then that's the little flower center stamen, whatever you call them. And then it's just kind of glued down to the front of the card. So it's really, really nice. So that's also an inspiration out of the catalog. And then at a team meeting a couple weeks ago, might have been a month ago, I'm not sure. We made a fun fold card, and I used this set because I did have it on my list that I wanted to use this stamp set. This is the card that I created with that fun fold that we did. Isn't that cool? Oops, I'll hold it down a little bit so you can see it better. So isn't that pretty? So I've used the stamp set in the middle, and then when it folds up, it just creates that beautiful little textured area on the side. So that's using the same embossing folder we did today. Some of that gold, and then I did it in Blackberry Bliss and pale pink, I think that's what color it looks like, and then it's got a little bit of shimmer on it. Isn't that pretty? I love it. And then using that lovely paper that carried over, I don't remember the name of it, Specialty Nature's Sweetness. So this pretty one here with the gold and stuff like that in it, that one's carrying forward, and that's the paper that I used on that one. So there's lots of samples for you to inspire you with the textured floral stamp set. There'll be some more on Wednesday, of course, and then there'll be a scrapbook page tomorrow at 11 o'clock on my page. Here, I'll slide that up and then you can see. And yeah, just some extra inspiration with the stamp set that's carrying over. And then we'll transition into what's coming in May in the new catalog as I create more extra stuff. Oh, poor Rhonda, can't connect with comments. Well, we know you're out there, and we say hello to you, Rhonda. Does anybody have any questions or anything for me today? That last one's really pretty. Yeah, isn't that cute? I love it. It turned out really, really nice. I love it. And I love the fun fold. I'm going to create more with that one, I think. And it could be tucked under. You can kind of do whatever you want, right? Like it could be tucked under like that too. It'll give you a totally different look. And then when it stands up, it's just in a different look. So it's kind of got some options there. You got some options with that fold, which is fun. So yeah. Well, if nobody has any questions, I will get off on time today and get busy doing whatever I have to do today. All right. Well, thank you everybody for joining me. I appreciate you all and giving me a little bit of a time here this morning. Holly, I'll get your card out to you, your little happy birthday card. And somebody will win the card that we made today as well from the comments I will draw. And also from YouTube. So if you watch over there on YouTube, you watch the replay, definitely comment there so that you can be entered in to win the card that I create today as well. All right, everybody, take care. Good luck in Mexico, Glenda. Have fun, relax, and we'll see you when you get home. All right. Thanks, everybody. Paper hugs. Bye bye.